The views expressed in this video presentation are my opinions and not necessarily the opinions of guests and others sharing or reposting this video. The content is produced only for educational and informational purposes. Do not regard any statements in this video as a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. Investing comes with risk to loss of principal. Always conduct your own research and seek guidance from a professional investment advisor. I am not a professional investment advisor. I'm Dollar Will, and joining us later is Matty Ghost, and he's not a professional investment advisor either. But before I bring Matty on, I want to talk about an article that I saw, and let me bring it up and get it ready here. Okay. And this article came out today. Let's see. It says systemic. It's from the Dallas Federal Reserve chief. It says systemic racism slows down economic growth. It caught my attention, one, because when we had debates in the Black manosphere as to if there's such a thing as systemic racism, which astounds me because I'm not used to hearing those levels of debates from Black folks. So let's just file this away that we're the only ones really debating this stuff. People that know this is not a debatable thing. Okay. We're gonna get into the stocks, but we got to deal with a little bit of reality and late in the context of current events. Okay, systemic racism, high unemployment levels among Black and Hispanic Americans create a drag on the U.S. economy. Dallas Federal Reserve President Robert Kaplan said on Sunday, "A more inclusive economy where everyone has an opportunity will mean faster workforce growth, faster productivity growth, and will grow." Faster productivity growth and will grow faster. Okay, that's fast. Okay, and so I think we're right to focus on this and bore in on this. Kaplan said on CBS Face the Nation. Kaplan said he agreed with his counterpart at the Atlanta Federal Reserve Bank, Raphael Bostic, the Fed's only African-American policymaker, who on Friday issued an impassioned call for an end to racism and laid out ways the U.S. Central Bank can help. This is another reason what got my attention, why I wanted to bring this, spotlighted, as we like to recklessly toss around the term like fake pro-Black and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know this brother Raphael Bostic, but if he's bringing up this kind of stuff at the highest levels of money, I say this is pro-Black. This is what it looks like. You don't have to wear dashiki or have an ankh. Okay, none of that symbolic stuff. You got to, do some real stuff to take on the structure, to change things, to benefit us. And so, shout out, fist in the air to this brother. So when y'all say things like fake pro-Black, I'm always there asking, what do you mean? Can you be more specific? Okay, because you indicting a whole lot of constructive people, who've made constructive change. So, we can be criticized. Everybody can be criticized. I just want us to be more responsible and not profile, okay? As much as we stand against racially profiling, we are guilty of it. And I think we're just confused on some deep levels about I don't even think we know what we're talking about. So, because every time I ask for a specificity, I've never gotten it. I've been challenging people on that question for 2 years here in the Black manosphere, and I've never gotten a clear answer to exactly who they talking about, So I invite y'all to seek that clarity too when people make that broad criticism, and ask them for clarity so we can make a differentiation of the type of people exactly that we're talking about, what type of conduct specifically that needs to be called out, And what we like to define is that whatever this thing we're objecting to, it's not limited to the quote pro-blacks. Okay, but that's it for the rant. We're gonna talk a little bit of money now. Let me bring in Matty. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
You know, so we had a nice little run up in the market this week, and I remember this weekend, a week ago, last weekend, I was talking to somebody on the Patreon site, and I said, I think this market gonna roll over on Wednesday. And I never got around to doing the video about it, and I was wrong by a day. I was off by a day.
Yeah. Hey, remember I said Monday when you put a list of what I'm looking at, I said everything is crispy. I'm not looking at anything right now.
Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah, we're pretty active on our little chat thread on the Patreon site. Yeah, Matty said he didn't see nothing that was like a bargain, because the whole goal is to buy low and sell high. And sometimes, there's just nothing out there, and there's a time when you need to, sit your what down. If you made a lot of money, you haven't really made anything until you sell. That goes for stock and for houses.
Yeah, because the move was to buy on Thursday. Get all your buys so you can sell on Monday.
Right. Correct.
That's like that oil stock my friend had. He luckily he bought early. I said we'll look at it. I said it looks like it'll make a move, but you're gonna have to sell Monday. And I said I'll go over the chart with Dollar Will. If you sign up for his Patreon, he'll give you more of a synopsis on what's gonna happen with it. So it went up.
I got
that oil.
Got some. I got a couple of Matty folders here now. Okay, some past things we talked about. I don't know if it's in this list. I got two folders. Let's see, WLL. So that was the main one you want to talk about. Nope, it's probably over. Wait a minute. The farmer.
No, it's oil. I don't know. You might have put it in there.
You know what? I probably didn't even put it in anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll we'll roll with it. Let's see. Was it WLL?
Yeah, WLL. It went up almost, I think, 140%. Monday, and then Tuesday it tanked.
Let me see if it's anywhere. Nope, it's not anywhere. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what I got here. I think I got one called Clean. I'll go with this one. I don't have as much junk on it. Got some junk on it, but not a lot of junk on it. And this one is WLL.
Yeah.
And this past week, the dollar has been having a little strength, and that's not really good for these oil stocks. And it's kind of mid-ground to little. It still needs to burn a little off. The big question is this low going to hold? But with the dollar being finding some strength right now, I don't know if I would mess with this oil. Although the monthly is looking good. Yeah, see, no, I wouldn't mess with it. Let me look around. Yeah, no, I'm not. It's kind of like in the middle ground. I will wait and see if this low is gonna hold a little bit. But when we talked about it on last week's show. Hello. What's going on? Let's see. What the heck is this? Oh, you fell out the stream, brother. You fell out the stream. You still there?
Yeah, I was looking at I was trying to look at the live chat comments, and I accidentally clicked back instead of X.
So
I
so
do that sometimes.
so last week, do you remember what we said about this? Where we well, did we say
Yeah.
it was a hold, or did we say go?
No. You said get out of there when it gets to like the $4, closer to around the $4 range, and you
Yeah,
don't
I don't
take
think
it.
we ever made it. We got to 350, but yeah. So this was no, this couldn't have been like June 8th. June 8th was that would have been like
Sunday.
this
Think.
year 9, 10, 11. That would have been Tuesday, right? 9, 10,
Yeah.
11. I think that would have been Tuesday when it hit this top. So yeah, it was having a run up. By the time we had talked on the weekend, this hadn't happened yet. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
this would be time to cut bait, time to go sit down.
Yeah.
Time to go sit down.
Yeah, that was an easy one because they're filing for bankruptcy, so there was an overreaction, and then of course they said we have assets, so then that's when everybody went in and said, oh, they have assets, and
They've been doing a lot of articles this week about what they would call, quote, they need to stop this, talking about the, quote, Robin Hood crowd for buying bankrupt stock. Look, it's all kinds of people buy trash companies to make a buck. They need to stop
yeah,
putting this on the, quote, Robin Hood crowd, because, they talking about us, y'all. They talking about us. They're trying to call us names, okay? But everybody likes money. It's people of a lot of different levels over here trying to take advantage of and there's no other way to say it, the dumb money. Okay, so wherever you have dumb money, you're gonna have smart money. You're gonna have sharks. And so
yeah,
that's what's ridiculous when they say that, it's the Robin Hood crowd. Well, yeah, but it's also the knowledgeable crowd that's trying to take advantage of them, because that's what sharks do. So
yeah. My my friend got lucky. He picked it on time. I said, just listen to Dollar Will, so he was happy.
and he needs to join the Patreon, because that's thing. I'm not trying to run
He,
no
I
shipping
think he,
service. I'm trying to.
I thought he joined. I thought he said he joined.
Maybe that's the one that did. Yeah. But you got so
Yeah.
many friends, man. And I saw you giving me a shout out over on it was early in the
Uh,
week over on O'Shea's show, and I went back and saw the top, and thank you to you and O'Shea for O'Shea Duke Jackson for
yeah.
promoting this channel, and
Yeah. Yeah,
go
because
ahead.
you make me money, man. So I gotta pay it forward.
All right, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know. And thank everybody in the chat too, because I see a lot of people. Financial shows are springing up all over YouTube now. A lot of people are working the economics into their rotation of things they talk about, and I think that's a positive sign. Because there's
Mhm.
lots of
Yeah,
opportunity out here. Things are moving real fast. You can lose money real fast, but you can make it real fast too. But as long as we're learning, we'll get better. Your performance will get better.
yeah. Lionel was on point. Yeah,
What do you say?
Lionel when he did
Yeah.
the show with O'Shea. Yeah,
Oh, okay. You said
uh,
I'm saying you said he did a show with O'Shea.
yeah. The
Yeah. Wait,
Friday.
I was thinking the other Lionel. Right. Yeah, the brother Lionel. Oh, yeah, that Lionel on that show. Yeah. That was a very good show. Very good show.
Yeah.
Let's see. So let's see what's up for today.
Uh, you had kind of covered what I needed to know, so I'm not. I guess it's only like maybe a couple. It's maybe two regular and then two bearish, unless you want to go back over one of the old ones like Tup.
Well, no, I want to talk about no, the things you sent me that you want to talk about in today's show.
Okay, well, let's see. That LLIT, we can cover that real quick because that one's pretty much a retracer.
Okay. So what was your view of this? I'm gonna look at it daily.
Oh, it was overbought, and I was looking to get in at the 200 MDA, but it might retrace further past that, so I'm gonna just monitor it.
So when we say overbought, fam, that means that it has risen too fast, too soon. And so that means, of course, you're not going to be able to buy low. This is not, we're not at a buy low price, so it
Yeah.
means you just kind of sit and watch it. I don't even know what this company does. I
They
think they
do
didn't really
something.
have it on bar chart.
They do like pharmaceutical stuff. I,
Okay.
you know, I,
Okay.
I, my thing is, if I hear pharmaceutical or COVID, and if the chart looks good, I don't really care what they do.
I'm in agreement. It's a hot word right now. So yeah, we definitely. So this would go to the watch list, and let me do it. I gotta remember to put it in the. This is a pharmaceuticals. All right. So LLIT.
Yeah.
Bam. There it is. All right. Done. It's just that easy, fam. You make your own watch list. You can go to investing.com and you click on, when you get to the main page, they have something along the banner called portfolio, and you can take it from there. Make your own
Oh,
list.
and then, and then there was the other one was UWRL, and that one's overbought too. But I mean, you can pull a chart up real quick so they can see what we're talking
Do you
about.
know what this company does?
They supposedly have technology where you can have internet access without ads.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's basically, and you can have internet access without ads.
advertisements.
I'm still trying to understand what that is. Okay, so it's like a yeah, I gotta figure out what that is. I'm trying. Well, the reason why I'm asking, I'm trying to figure out
Uh,
what
it's like
industry it's really in, and then based on the industry, if that industry is
it's like
rising
I
or
guess like
falling, that will determine my opinion of it. Because a stock can't really outperform its industry. It's pretty hard. You don't want to go against the tide if the industry is in is and got headwinds, facing headwinds. You want to wait till the wind is at the back of that industry.
right. I didn't do any D&D too much. I just
All right.
I just skimmed over $1, but I was looking at it, but I saw it and I saw it spike, so I said I gotta wait on the sidelines again. Remember when I was trying to find stuff?
Mm-hmm. I tell you,
So
this was a rough week for penny stocks. That's why I changed the thumbnail. That's why I don't really say nothing about no pennies. Not really.
but I had a good day Friday because I had two of them go up over 100%.
Yeah, I would say this one is overbought too. So the whole deal with this one is it is going to have a pullback. It should be starting about now. The question is it going to go below this? We don't know. And
Yeah.
without me really knowing more specifically about what this company is in terms of the industry that it's in, it's really like the stock didn't even come up on investing.com. That's why I'm over on bar chart. It didn't even come up, and there's no
I
information on bar chart about what it is either, really.
you,
So,
yeah, you can find it on iHub. iHub has like a uh information on what they do
mhm.
on their company update under the headlines because it's a reverse merger stock.
Yes.
We're merging into the company that they're trying to become now. It was an empty shell, one of
Oh,
those dead penny stocks, and then a company comes over and takes over the custodianship
uh-huh.
uh, and updates the filings and the paperwork. So they're near completion. They're not quite finished yet.
Great. Let's see. I'm looking down a list for a second. Give me a quick sec, and find me a question in the chat if somebody got it while I'm looking at my list of there's some things I wanted to some other things that you had. I think it was the small cat bear. I think I got it now.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
got
what I
it.
want to look at.
TZA, and yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Let's go with actually before even doing that, let's deal with TVIX. Okay, TVIX is a bear market ETF, a leveraged ETF. It's the Vegas play, I call it. It's pretty risky, but when the S&P 500 falls, this thing rises. All right.
Yeah.
What unique about it is, okay, let's go back to February when the market declined. This thing took off, and although the market had a rebound, of course, this thing fell as the market rose. This low held, so that's good. Just like the S&P held. All right, this held. And so this thing was $43, $44, something like that. 39, about $39, and it went up to about $1,000 from 39 to 1,000, and then it fell to 106. But remember, it's 1,000, so you're still talking about nine times your money to get, 10 times your money to get back here from where it is now. So this is the Vegas play, all right, and it's looking good. It's looking ready to roll. Got almost a doji, so.
Yeah.
This is ready to roll.
And somebody had a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody had a question about a stock. I know the stock myself. I was gonna buy in it, but it ran too much before I could get into it. So it's in the media space. They're supposedly they're gonna have a channel on, I think, Netflix, a cartoon related channel.
And what's the symbol?
GNUS.
Did you send this to me earlier, like last week or something?
I don't know. Maybe I did on accident. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what this thing does, what this company does, but just from the look of what I'm seeing so far, let's take a look at the weekly. Go back to the daily. It looks good. It looks like, yeah, I would take a chance on it right here. Just looking at the chart, it looks good. Now I wouldn't mess with it if it dropped below here.
Yeah, that's support.
Good. It looks ready.
Okay.
I don't know what they do, but this chart looks strong.
Yeah.
Because it had a nice run up, and it's a pretty significant pullback right here. This pullback is more than 50%. Okay,
yeah.
And it's oversold. It looks good on the daily. The weekly, so it's kind of losing steam on the weekly, but on the daily, depending on how much you want it to run. You know what this really looks, now that I look at the weekly, this is what it looks like this thing is doing. Because this thing is still, we're overbought. So this weekly is telling us that it's going to go down in the longer term, but in the shorter term, we could get a pop. So it could have, say, about a 50% move up from where it is right now. Now I'm holding back on y'all on this channel now because I got people on Patreon. They financing this stuff, so I'm just giving y'all little morsels. But you want to get the real deal, you're gonna have to join Patreon. It's only $10 now.
Yeah, you gotta get that Fibonacci.
So yeah, like we could get a move, up to this area. So it's kind of like up to you if you think it's worth your while. Because the current price is about $4.15. So it could run to $7. That's that's nice money. That's more than, so what would that be, about 70% or something like that? Just round wild guessing. It's not 100%, but That's it's more than 50%. Okay, if it's
Yeah.
$4 now, it's more than 50%. So it's hard. It's up to the person if that's what they're in the ballpark for. But that weekly chart is showing us that this high is probably going to hold for now. But in the short term, you could get a run. You get up to this area and get some nice money, like 50%. You know. But the point of being on the Patreon channel is you'll learn these details about when it's safe, how long you can expect to stay in, when you've been watching something, when it's right to enter. It's all that is designed to help you gauge your risk, because as a trader, that's really what you are. You're a risk manager.
Oh, somebody want to know about MGI. I think they're in the Bitcoin space.
What is
If I'm
this?
not mistaken.
Okay, is it there? No, that's Thailand. This is Paris. MTI. You sure this is it?
MGI.
Oh, MoneyGram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, they kind of
Yeah, you could tell by the way I responded that this would be garbage. I'm sorry. Listen, we're gonna talk about this because it's in the financial sector, and that's on the list. It relates to. I'm gonna break sequence and talk about something that you had on your list, Matty, which relates to this.
Okay.
Okay, because this is, of course, in the financial sector. All right, so it just made it. This is the lowest point here, and we're looking at a weekly chart. And it's already overbought. It's just kind of been trading like in this range here from like 620 down to 120 or something, for a while. It looks like it's getting ready to roll over and go even lower.
Yeah, because it already popped from that double bottom. So
right, well, actually, really wasn't even a double bottom because this side here is lower. So this is the lowest low. It never even had the strength for a low to hold. Every time it made a low, it went lower. It went lower. So why would it not do it again? So it's going to give all. I think it's going to give all this up. And we're going to segue. So this, this is one to short. And so for people that are short the financials, a way that people do that is okay, I'm looking at, hold on. A way that people short the financials is they use this ETF here called FAZ. FAZ is the symbol. Now FAZ really looks a lot like Bank of America. That's like the market cap leader, really, of the financials. So you always want to be looking at Bank of America. I haven't looked at that in forever, but I'll peek at it. Let me look at a 5 year. It's going to be difficult for it to get above here. It's going to be pretty difficult, to get much beyond. Maybe up to this area, and that probably is going to be it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. 5 hour. Let me see. Yeah. If it does that, it's kind of overbought right now, and so this FAZ shorts the financials, so it goes up when the financials go down. So what we could get in the beginning part of the week, usually when you get a huge decline, like we had on Thursday and Friday, the beginning of the next week, in this case Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you see a little strength. Now, as a technical trader, we're not confused by that. We know that's just a normal part of the ebb and flow, and the strength would have to be great enough to overwhelm, like, the big decline. So as what I'm expecting to see in the beginning of the week, remember, this thing goes down when the market goes up, and it goes up when the market goes down. What I'm expecting to see is on Monday and Tuesday, the financials, including probably what was that we just saw? MTI, MGI.
Yeah,
I'm,
MGI.
I'm expecting on Monday and Tuesday for those things to get a push north, to go up a little bit, which would bring this down. But I'm expecting this low to hold.
Okay.
So somewhere around Tuesday or Wednesday, in the middle of the week, Tuesday or Wednesday, we're gonna take a look at FAZ because it should fall, and we're gonna see if this low holds. So if it looks like this low holds, then this will be a good place to run. See if it takes out this high that it made in March, when we had the decline in February to March. This is what it did. It went from $24 up to $76. So that's like a 200%. About y'all math majors out there, and so you tripled your money, basically. So we'll see if it can go higher. That would be especially bearish if this thing rose and made a higher high. I'm in that camp that says it will. I'm in that camp. All right. So yeah, this will be pretty good money, especially if it comes back down to, say, the $14 area, and it goes up to, say, $76 or slightly above. That would be nice. That would be. Well, we have to wait. So for this one, this would be on the. I would say put it on the watch list, but high at the top. This is the one you want to watch a lot. And again, this looks like Bank of America. I haven't looked at this thing in forever. Bank of America is the main deal. And so people on my channel, you should know something about what this is. Looking at this, that should mean something to you. You've seen it, you talked about it enough, and that should have gotten your attention. In several seconds, you should have known, okay, and you should see some stuff here that should let you, in a glance, you should go, okay, this is probably ready to roll over, probably ready to finish doing this deal.
Yeah, I think it's gonna pop a little above that line, then come down, like you
You
said,
mean
on
this
Monday,
line?
Tuesday. Where the green dot furthest to the right, it might pop a little bit.
No, I don't think it's
above.
going above this. I think we're going to see, this is a decline on third. Let's see what one day. This thing started declining on the 5th.
Yeah.
And then it gapped. So I think what we're likely to do on Monday and Tuesday, we're like Monday through Wednesday, somewhere in there, we're gonna likely fill this gap. Price should rise, and we're gonna fill this gap. And I think that's all we're gonna get. I think that's all we're gonna get. And then it ain't this thing gonna start going south. And remember, when this goes up, FAZ will go down, what we were just looking at. Okay, so this thing so if this thing rolls over and continues going down, that's going to create that that double bottom for FAZ. So that low on the one we were just looking at will hold and rise, and Bank of America fall. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I can see how it broke out of that trend.
Yeah, I don't trust this at all.
I do.
This is a weekly chart. It's made a lower low right here on this weekly. Yeah, and it's starting. The next week it's gonna open up. It's gonna probably run up a little bit, and give back all of this gain from March. People got in, made good money. They got in at $17, let's just say $18, and they ran it up to $29. That's a nice little run, That's a little more than 50% of your game, maybe 60%. That's good money. But
Yeah.
if they didn't get out, they give it all back. Or give it back,
Mm.
quick fast, as my father says, quick fast, quick fast. So now I wouldn't mess with oil or banks. Nothing in the financials, nothing in oil. I wouldn't even touch tech right now.
Mm.
So let's see. I'm gonna work my way to TZA. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating. I know that's bad, man. I would offer y'all some, especially since y'all can't accept. How you offer somebody something you don't really mean it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. All right, we're looking at this on a weekly chart. It's beaten to the dirt. So basically, the TZA is a small cap bear market ETF. And it's risky, just like the TZA. I mean TTVIX.
Yeah.
It goes in that Vegas category. This is all for couch money. And of course, we're not financial advisors. This is just for entertainment purposes only. You should definitely CFP.org, and you should also consult your bank, your credit union, your plan administrator for your retirement account at your job. Talk to these people, make them work for their money, and take some of these ideas that what I'm saying, and get feedback from them. And they know your personal finances, and they'll help you determine if this is the right amount of risk for you, how much money you should put in it, if any, and work it out. All right, but so we got a higher high right here with this candlestick right here, which is a good sign, and we're deeply overbought. And so if you are of the opinion that the market is going up, then you want to be that the market is going down, then
Right.
This is one way to play it. But again, everything I said for TVIX it applies. In the first couple of days in the week, we should see the market go up, and so this thing should go down. And the question is this low going to hold? So on Monday and Tuesday, we're really not going to be doing anything but watching. That's what my camp. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be watching, seeing if this thing holds a low.
My eyeballs.
That's right. Because the market is open, don't mean you got to trade. Okay. Because the store is open, don't mean you got to shop.
I'm not used to being able to shop, because I used to shop every day. It's weird.
Let's see. This just looks weird. Let me see this. If this hold. Also, we got a gap right here where the price gapped up. Price might come right down here and fill this gap and stop. So it's going to be interesting to watch and see what happens. But I'm in the camp that this low is going to hold. That's my view. But you sit safely on the sideline and make it prove it. Make it prove it. Don't be a captain. Captain Saber. You know the rest.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Sometimes I am a captain. I try to be the
but not with stocks.
I try to be the Samaritan. You got. I wanted to look at the SEGN, and then somebody had something in the chat.
SEGN. Okay, I'm not seeing it here, but it's probably going to be on bar chart.
I had to get my charger.
I think I saw it in some like hot penny stock list or something. Yep, that's why I got all this stuff here. What does this company do again?
They do the PPE stuff, gowns, face shields, all protective equipment.
Okay, this was a 30-minute I was looking at. Okay. This thing look like it got a little more in the tank. Let me look at another view.
We looked at that a while back.
I think I know what my concern was about this now. Why I got this here. All right. Okay, it's got a nice run up. It needs to come down.
Oh crap!
And this is like just a 90-minute
charger on.
What's up? What's up, man? Hello? They got him. Don't let him get you, man. Don't let him put his foot on your neck. The short answer for this one is it looks like it needs to burn off a little bit and then push up to here about a dime, but it doesn't look ready right now. Doesn't look quite ready right at this moment. So more watch list stuff. So it may be the end of the day, Monday or something. You have a better. It will have burnt off some of that gain, and we'll have a better be able to have a better idea of what it's doing. Let's see. We lost Matty. We lost him. Let's see. I'm gonna keep moving ahead. Okay. CR Frank, what's up? Let me look in the chat. He says CCL, unreasonable man. OLN. Black Torch. I was looking at OLN. I'm trying to think. Somebody asked me something about that. I'm gonna bring up those OLN and CCL. I'm gonna finish my list. NGI. Let me just look through this. See what we got rocking. What's up? What the heck? What's happening? What's happening, brother? Black Torch. What's happening? What's happening? CR Frank. What's happening? Iori 666. What's up, brother? Nate. What's happening? See what else? Looking through the list. Yep. Okay. Chris F. way at the top says, "Hey, institutional investors finally coming to the cannabis sector." Oh yeah, I got a cannabis play. I'm getting ready to talk about. I got it. I'm on it. Let's see. OLN and CCL. Okay. Let me see what's up with CCL. But they got Matty, y'all. They got him. OLN. Don't know what this corporation does. Let me look at it weekly. Just looking around at different time frames. Get a sense what's going on. This is really weird. I think I'm getting like lots of conflicting information, but I think this thing is going to end up coming back down a little bit. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to end up testing around here. So I will put this back on a wait list. I don't know what this OLN does, but I I would watch this a little longer, especially on this daily chart. I'd like to see it. Um, I like to see it get oversold again. Come down here, like that. I like to wait. Okay, no danger in waiting a little while. Let's see in the chat if you know what this company does. Let's see. Me OL and Olin Corp. Let's see what they do. Now, we're technical traders over here. The fundamental traders are pulling their hair out. They're like, I don't believe this guy. He's just talking about trading stuff. They don't even know what the company do. Right, because we just traded. That's right. We're not investing. We're not marrying these stocks. We're just going to be in it for the quick money. What's up, man? He put his foot on your on your neck, man?
Yeah, I had to attach my charger.
Don't let him put his foot on your neck.
Yeah, that was my fault, man.
Let's see.
Actually, that was their fault because then they need to change their policies. That needs to come from the top. But
OLN. Did you send me this early in the week? OLN.
No, I think somebody in the chat wanted to know about
it. Yeah. Somebody on the page asked me about this. Somebody in the Patreon group was following this too. Okay, let's see. Manufacturer concentrated in 3 business segments. What the heck is chloralkali? What is that? Chlorine alkaline? What is it? I'd have to look up what this is, okay? But it's a chemical company, all right? So basically it's an industrial company. So we know it's going to be tied to the product, whatever product is made, it uses this. So if the economy is slowing down, they're going to be using less of this. So this is not in the right space to be growing right now. Let's see. Finals epoxy, but that doesn't mean that it can't get a small intermediary pop. But in the short term, on the chart we were looking at, on the daily, it looks like it's got to burn off some. So this would go on the watch list. And if it did make a lower than this, then that would like echo my argument that it's not in the right business sector to be growing right now. All right, vinyl segment manufactures and sells chlorine and caustic soda, ethylene dichloride, and vinyl chloride monomer. I don't know what these things are used for. Look at all this stuff. Look at this.
I know we use caustic to break down chemicals because we make paper. So I guess people that are making manufacturing products use that caustic. But again, like you said, it ties down to
the growing economy. So if you're producing these materials that need these things, and the economy is in an upward trend, then of course you need to have a supply of this, an increasing supply of it, because you're selling more sequentially every quarter in an uptrend, but in a downtrend you're going to sell less. And so this is not the Winchester's. Okay, whoa. The Winchester segment produces and sells ammunition. That's different. Reloading components, small caliber military ammunition and components, and industrial cartridges. Now, this is a growing segment in crisis times like this. Guns and ammunition is one of those things that move up. But there's a concept in investing called a pure play, when you have a company that has kind of like a mixed business activity, because this one says, and it's a leading industrial ammunition, and a leading U.S. and 3 business segments. So they got 3 different, they got a lot going on. So basically, if you wanted to play in the ammunition, guns and ammo space, you would find a company, or I would find a company that would do just that. It didn't have another business activity that might be a drag, a negative drag on the positive thing,
Okay. Yeah. What do you think about Moderna?
Time to look at it again. Haven't looked at it in a while.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it because I'm tempted to get in for another nice little.
What's the number? What's the symbol again?
mRNA.
And this is the number one name, right, in that space, right?
Yeah, yeah,
About that V word.
yeah. Numero uno.
Okay. All right. Let me look at daily.
Mm.
I'm gonna go back to the other.
Okay. That's not bad.
I had looked at this. Oh wow, I haven't looked at this in forever. I
I
hadn't
bet you.
looked at it forever, but it sure hit a target. Okay. This is tough. This is tough.
Yeah,
I'm
it looked
looking
like a
at
move
the
within a move.
decline, and it might have a little more to go down. It might. Let me see. This one, two, hold on. Yeah. Let me look at it. Let me look at another couple other time frames.
And why are you doing that? What do you think about natural gas for like the fall and the winter? Because people will probably be more inside. Do you think people will
Yeah,
be
I don't.
using more?
I think even if the usage goes up, it doesn't matter. I think it matters what the dollar is doing. Where are we at that point? And it, a couple of months from now, we'll know. What is this? June, August, we'll have a better idea. Because I think
Because
when the dollar starts moving north, it's not going to mess around. I think it's going to get where it's going pretty fast. And so,
okay.
so when this dollar the dollar is going to hurt all that stuff. It's going to hurt all of it. But if
Mm,
it gets like at a plateau where it's ready to pull back, it might set up that the dollar does its push and gets where it needs to be just before we head into winter. I'm not saying that will happen, but I'm saying the only way
right.
that you want to get the energy space to really be profitable for as an investment in the near term is the dollar has to go on like an extended kind of downturn, and it just finished one. So we're coming out of an extended downturn for the dollar, and so it's due to have a bounce higher, which is going to bring
Mm,
maximum pain to that energy space. Now that might, like I'm saying, that might all play out between in the period of summer to fall, so that when we get to that period of time you're talking about, when it starts to get a little chilly, the dollar might, it might time out perfectly for the seasonal play of natural gas and heat and oil.
yeah, because I got a natural gas play now, but I'm waiting until I can get a bottom barrel bin price.
Okay, I'll tell you the good news about Moderna. Way back when I was first started looking at this, some of this stuff written on here doesn't apply to. I wish I had brought this up. I wish I had brought it up on a clean chart. Doesn't apply to what's going on right now.
Oh,
This looks like a uptrend as opposed to say what we call a counter trend move, meaning a temporary pop. It's not gonna last. Okay, this one,
okay.
I think it needs to come needs a little haircut. Needs to lose a little bit. Needs to lose a little bit. Need to lose a little weight And this is
Mm.
the weekly chart. I think it needs to lose a little weight, but I think that
Yeah.
low is going to hold. I think this low is going to hold. So this also goes on the watch list. A funny thing is going to happen as when we get towards the end of the middle and to the end of this week. Um, of course, I said I think we're going to get a rally in the markets in the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
And when the markets start to fall, some of these players may fall but stop. Okay, they're going to have a pullback and then continue going higher while the rest of the market continues to fall. So you're going to start to
Mm.
get some separation of these industries. It's not going to be like every industry is in decline mode. There are a few that's going to flip and go north, and so this would go on the watch list. But I think we're gonna get some damage, some serious damage to this price, but it's gonna catch itself, you know.
Oh,
So we could end up, you might be able to get it around $30. Okay, so
okay.
this goes on the watch list, and some of the ones that I'm optimistic about. Let me go over here to a cleaner chart. I got all kinds of messy writing on that.
Yeah, cause
I know
my
it's not politically correct, but cigarettes, okay?
yeah, cause my biotech penny plays, they kind of made their move now, so I gotta wait for the air to clear for Moderna and the other ones to get some strength again.
Okay, if you look at this is the long-term view of Philip Morris. Okay, so this is back from to 1980. So it was due, and so it started a decline in June of 2017. So with the $78, came down to $31. Sorry, y'all, excuse me. That's more than 50%.
Mm.
Okay, that's probably more like 60 something percent. Okay, that's a serious haircut.
Haircut.
And historically, there's a category of stocks considered sin stocks, and one day I'm gonna have to get into that deeper. But cigarettes is in that category, guns and ammo, alcoholic beverage, which we're gonna get to, and another one I forgot, condoms. Okay, condoms. We're gonna have a little baby boom, y'all. You're not gonna have all this staying at home without no babies. Ain't that much YouTube and TV in the world. Okay,
Nah.
all right. So
You ain't got no management skills. You gotta manage your assets like you manage your personal life.
hey man, all this fighting gonna come to an end, and folks gonna beat each other's PlayStation. And it's gonna be some babies with some of these YouTube names. Okay, so on this monthly chart, I like the fact that we made this higher high right here on this monthly chart. Let me come down to the weekly. Um, I think it's got to push a little bit more. I think it's got to. I'm sorry, another push. It's going to attack this high. We at $40, so we can get this. So
I just, I just saw something on my watch list that I looked at, and it's a food stock. They do baby food, organic.
yeah, so I like this one. I like. Give me the symbol for it.
Uh,
Yeah.
BAB. Let me look at it again. BABYF. I'm pissed off, man. Damn it.
How did they get that? You sure it's an S in it? Is it
B
this?
no. It, why is baby and then and the letter F.
S is in Sam or F?
F is in Frank. CR Frank in the chat.
ABF. Okay. I gotta go to bar chart because I don't see it on that one.
Oh shit, that thing's like a It's gonna come down. It's all it's done did a moonshot.
Um, those pet stocks are. I haven't looked at them. It's on my. I got a long list of stuff I got to do, but that's an area worth looking at too. But this one, I would say, it's way overboard. People on my site should recognize this structure and
Yeah,
say this ain't happening. This is not right now.
yeah. I
Not,
mean, I was just looking
this
at
thing had a nice run from 21 cents up to $1.49. This is nice. I mean, definitely want to put this on the list. Now, what I don't like about it, as a technical trader, we need price history. Okay,
yeah,
so I would have to do more research on this by looking at other stocks. Um,
related.
yeah, other related. There you go. I'm trying to look for competitors. They don't even have it. So yeah, so I'll have to do some more reading about what do they do, what other big companies are in that same industry. Find some kind of industry chart, and if when that whole industry looks like they're ready for a push, and then if this individual chart looks like it's ready for a push, then I would, my opinion would be influenced by the tendency of uh, the industry to raise all stocks in its space. The saying in the trading world is the tide raises all boats. Okay, so and sinks all ships when it goes down. Same thing. So
Yeah, I just brought that to your attention because you were talking about a baby boom.
oh yeah,
But
okay, like
yeah,
Gerber or something. What is Gerber? They must be a brand for a bigger company or something. So yeah, so um, that's the deal with them. Let's see what else would I did Philip Morris. Um, I wanted to do Canopy. That's it. That's the one.
yeah, yeah. Let's do
Right.
that. Yeah, this one's gonna roll over pretty hard, like you said. But I didn't look. I just had it on my list, but I never went over it because it said baby food, and I wasn't thinking that was gonna be a. I wasn't thinking about coming back to it.
I know what I was saying. There's a category of stocks called sin stocks. Yeah, I mentioned it. Right, right. So
Yeah,
marijuana would be in that, obviously. And I
yeah,
look, you marijuana sellers. Don't tell me, well, it's a pharmaceutical. Look, people gonna think of this a particular way. All right. I said over a year ago that it would be interesting to see if the market's treated uh, marijuana like the cigarette stocks, and they sure enough seem to be trading right along with each other. The cigarette space is their price is bottom. Their bottom, they hit bottom around the same time as the marijuana space. Okay, so it's being traded like a sin stock. All right, get
mm.
your weed, get your beer, get you, you know, your alcoholic beverage. Yeah, exactly. Hard liquors, wine and spirits. This stuff out here these days will drive you to drink. Drive you to drink and get you some condoms and put them to work. That's it. It's just we get back to the basic stuff because those are all cheap thrills. Okay. Um, your health and beauty stuff, the stuff in the health and beauty aisle. People can't afford vacations. Okay, you're gonna hear the word staycations come back into play. All right, people take vacations that's within an hour or two drive of their home. This is psychologically what happens, and when the economy slows down, you can't afford no plane tickets. Okay, so you go someplace, some kind of resort within whatever resort is within a couple of hours of your house. That's the one. They're about to make a lot of money. Especially when this virus thing is over. But if it wasn't a virus, that's the kind of thing that people would be doing. They wouldn't be getting on no airplane, going nowhere if the economy is slowing down. Because once those statements start coming home about how much poorer you are in your retirement account, people are not in the mood to be spending all this money. That's just psychologically what happens. So there is a playbook. I know we feel like we're individuals but there's a playbook to how human psychology works when the stock market is trending down versus trending up. And through the last 100 years, that's 100 years of grandparents. Okay, we act the same. We act the same every time. All right. So, but
So what do you? What's your announcement on the marijuana? We still a little gonna be some.
I'm kind of looking. This is a monthly right here. Now this looks good. I like it. Part of me, I think that we can come down and test this area. Okay, I think we're going to come down a little bit more, maybe around this area, and this is ready to go. It could do this by Tuesday or Wednesday. So this thing may have gotten where it's going and started going up before we're able to talk again next weekend. All right. So
but you know what? My junkie junk player be ready to get me a little nice 100% then.
And my Patreon folks should like this symbol. That should, the way this pattern looks, that should jump out at you.
Yeah.
This thing is ready to go.
Yeah.
This is the longer trend. So we don't chase as technical traders. When we see something going up like this and we miss it, we're like, okay, we'll get it. It'll come back to us. So this thing was way up here at $58 and it fell down here to $10. That's a nice haircut. And we probably could be able to get it around 13. That's sweet. That's sweet. So yeah, I like this, and again, the monthly chart looks right. It's telling you, you need to be plotting the way to get in. So it's time. It's time, and we're going significantly above this. Okay.
So basically, you got
over $100. Okay, just to make it plain, we're gonna be closer to 150. All right, this thing is going. This is going to be a big money maker. And Canopy Growth Corporation is a Canadian company, and what they do is they invest in other marijuana. Any company that's involved in cannabis or marijuana around the world, they invest in it. So they got their hand in they try to put their hand in every pie in every country that has anything to do with this space. So this Canopy Growth is considered the market cap leader of the cannabis marijuana space because they just investing in it everywhere. So anybody making money in cannabis marijuana in the world, this company is likely invested in it.
Yeah. I can't wait till they start pushing edibles because I think more people would rather eat it instead of smoke it.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, because I didn't like it. I was a connoisseur of sorts when I was young. And when I started making money, and I'm like, I don't want that smell on me. So it was an easy choice. I was not going to let weed mess up my money. So I stopped smoking. I stopped smoking, just for that. But the edible, that solves that.
That's the game changer. They haven't really pushed that hard in Canada yet, but I think the upcoming year they're supposed to be pushing edibles and drinks.
Okay, you'll be able to drink. This is Aurora. And also, you don't chase. Okay, so went from $2.63, came all the way up here to 150. Took a huge haircut. Hit a low right here of $5.30. We got a bullish engulfing candlestick. We're way oversold. We made a higher high. This is a monthly chart. I'm gonna come down to a weekly, but so we know we're talking about a definite a definite buy, but we're just trying to be like greedy now and pick the right time, so it too can come down a little bit. You know,
Mm, yeah.
not much, but
Okay.
not much.
Good. Well, that looks good.
Yeah, this thing looks good. I don't know if I would wait. I don't even know if I would try to even mess with the time this. I think I would just get in this on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See
I don't think
how we.
I wouldn't even try to outsmart it, because you're gonna
Yeah.
be this, and for me, again, we just talking, theoretical. Because personally, I don't really like to buy individual stocks. I like ETFs.
Yeah.
But when we start talking about the cannabis, marijuana stuff, this would be a long-term trade for me. So
Mm,
I'd watch how this thing traded on Monday. If it looks like it's starting to like rise up, I'd jump on it. But if I could get it a few pennies lower, I would. But I would be glued to the screen on Monday with an intent that more than likely sometime on Monday I'm gonna be pressing the buy button. That
okay.
would be, if I start to see it turn around, uh,
Okay.
then I'd press the button. But I like this, and this would be one that I'll hold for the long term, because I think clearly we're gonna take this out and go significantly higher, significantly higher. This is gonna be one of these stocks that we're gonna look at, and this thing gonna be close to $400, and we're gonna be sitting here thinking back, man, I could have got it when it was $13, $15.
Yeah. Well, hey, that kind of fits my strategy because I go from whatever the sector's overbought and I try to find something that's oversold because the farmer is kind of overbought now. So I
Now, these companies are not making any money.
yeah, I just want to make them play
And
the
I'm
chart like
telling you, it's not gonna matter. See, this is the divide between the technicals and the fundamental camp. It doesn't matter. This crap is gonna rise anyway.
yeah.
Even without the money. Let me see something. Let me bring up my chart. Even without profits or earnings, you can overthink this stuff. Popularity makes stocks go up. Look what you see. Look at that volume. All right. Big money is in the house. Big money in the house. Big money in the
Mm,
house. Look at that. Look at that.
mm.
The volumes, okay, that volume spike is trading activity, okay? So during this whole run up, it never had this level of trades, okay? So this thing
Oh,
started falling, and big money stepped in and said, that's enough. That's cheap enough. We got it from here.
oh.
We
I
got it
I
from
already I already wanted you to look at Kron. I just looked in the chat.
here. Okay. Okay. So yeah, we got it from here. So yeah, it's over. Earnings don't even matter at this point. Okay. Um, what is it? CRON? What is crime?
It's a weed.
Oh, that's
A
just it.
weed
I
up.
mean, it's the right symbol. CRON. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I love it. It's ready. You hit this one. I'd hit the button Monday at 9:30.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks, bro.
You got this. Yeah. This one. Yeah. I would hit this one now. Yeah. I like this. Fell back to this general area, got nice bottom support. Okay, it's proven
Oh yeah,
itself.
that's
It's
lovely.
bottom, and it came back. So
Wow.
yeah, man,
Wow.
it don't get no sexier than this. Okay, so
Wow.
look at this. It's like I had price support all for this price level for a long time. And they're gonna see this price beyond Monday. At the end of the day, Monday, you can kiss this $6.52 a buy. You ain't getting it.
Woo. Woo. Oh, that's beautiful.
It's this. Yeah, she pretty. She pretty. She pretty, man.
Wow.
Yeah, she got good legs. She got good legs.
Damn, I'm glad I already came in in chat. Yeah. I
Got
got
a
something to
high,
look
high.
forward to.
It broke the trend line coming down. Man, yeah, she pretty. This is the best one. This is the best. Thank you, brother. This is the best. This is the best chart. Okay. All right. Quan, let me take a look. Y'all know. We got to throw the penny play in here. The penny stock. I'm sorry, that's Toronto. I don't want Toronto. I want the U.S. exchange. I'll see here. They got the same stock. You can trade it in different parts around the world. Okay. So, what you see here, Hexo. This is a penny. It's a penny stock. This thing was down at 45 cents. But look at. I'm gonna move this out the way. What you see? Big money stepped in and say, we in the house. We in the house. We got it. And if you look in the past, it never had that kind of volume before. So big money is in the house. This is not no daggone Robin Hood crowd, okay?
Yeehaw.
This ain't no Robin Hood crowd. This is and you're gonna keep seeing this. You're gonna keep seeing this thing grow. Because people are gonna buy this based on the hope that it's gonna profit. Okay, and at 45 cents, right now $1. Okay, and this high was $8, and this thing is likely gonna go to you probably get to $21 or something, but that's still a nice move from $1.
I'm feeling good now. Because I was like, geez, man, I can't find nothing. I should have I was intending on going to the wheat space.
Yeah, it's a little overboard on the daily. Let me take a look at on the 5 hour.
Okay.
Let me look a little further down. I mean, we just being greedy at this point. It's like, this low is gonna hold. I mean, we could end up. You could get it a few pennies lower, but man, yeah, I don't think I would mess around with this. It could fill this gap. It could fall down here. You can get it from. I mean, that could be. What is this? 80. You could go from $1 to 85. I mean, that's 15%. So it could get a little cheaper. But let me not say 9:30. Let me not say I'm be hitting the button at 9:30. Let's just say I'm watching. Let me look at Cron again on this smaller time frame. I got so excited by Cron, I got sloppy. This thing. Hey, oh man, look, I even never hear this. The 4 hour thing. Yeah, this is it. 9:30. I mean, this would be the one.
Yeah.
And but I'm sorry. I know you got somebody that wants something. Let me jump and do my ETF before I forget. This is the way I like to roll because most of those stocks are in this particular ETF. Okay, they all in here.
Yeah,
and you can see this thing had a nice run from $8 bottom, $15, almost 100%, almost double. Okay, and the high was $45. So this thing is likely going to get to about 118. Okay, so this is nice. And again, this is an ETF, so a lot of stocks are in this one. Like, let me show y'all what this one is. Because some of these companies, I mean, some of them have been violating the laws of, they got like this is it's a controlled, thing now because it's for medicinal use. So you gotta source it right. They got all these regulations about how you have to grow it. I mean, these governments are not playing with this because this is medicine now.
Dollar Will, you gotta hit Ari's Cash App. He said, "Hit my Cash App. You owe me."
Oh, I'm on the. He hit my cash. He hit my Cash App.
He said, "No, you hit his Cash App." No, I said he said that you hit his Cash App.
He's losing me on that.
Can you? No, he said he wants you to hit him on his Cash App. He's just talking because he gave you something that you got excited about.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, yeah, gotcha. on the payday, Okay, this is a daily, and this thing looks like it needs to come down and retest this low. So I'm gonna get a chance to get this a little lower. But the point of coming here for this one was to show you what's in it if they show it. Yes. Okay, they show you the percentage of holdings. So these are all they got a pharmaceutical one, Cron, Canopy Growth, Aurora. So what's not in here is the question. Hexo, it's all in here. And this one ETF. You know, so as I was saying, these individual companies be violating rules and stuff. The government coming in, shutting them down because they like not following the rules of you know.
Oh yes. Well, you mean you're talking suspension and then revocation? I know.
Yeah. And so buying an ETF will like give me some protection from that. You know, somebody just like I'm not gonna.
Man, I'm the tightrope walker, and I don't have a net. You know me. You know how I do, Dollar.
Right. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm an ETF guy, man. I don't even want to do all that research. I don't care who the president is of the company. I don't care if he's the manager. I don't care about none of that stuff. If I buy ETF, I don't need to know because it's probably might be 50 companies in there, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, man, I owe already a gold star, man, because the thumbnail's not representing what we got going on for the time being. We got some bullish sentiment on, thanks to his recommendation.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, MJ, mine, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit.
He said he was joking.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait a little bit on this.
Shit! He said Hector got a little COVID news blended in. Dang, I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do on Monday.
Say that again.
He said Hexo might have a little blend of COVID.
Wow.
If there's any consolation.
Well,
COVID news.
That'll make it pop. Okay.
Dang, I got a lot.
What else? It was something else. Anybody else have anything in this marijuana space? Because I got something else I want to run
to. I don't see anybody writing anything in the chat. I think people are pretty much content with your enthusiasm.
Oh yeah, I like. Let's see. I want to see on the list. Let's see real quick. Let me hold on. I'm looking at another list. Oh, beer.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me get to Constellation. Constellation has a marijuana connection. They're gonna have weed infused beer.
Yes.
And I forgot which one of those weed companies that they're hooked up with. If you Google Constellation, this simple here, you'll get it. So there is a connection.
I forgot the name of the dang company. That's up.
Okay, this one looks also. It looks like it needs to take a little haircut.
Okay.
Soon. Let me see.
Yeah.
Make it another push. Let's see. And you know what? I think it's got another little push, but soon. It looks like it looks like it wants to take this out. It looks like it wants to, go after this, and then we're gonna have a pullback.
Okay. Yeah, because that's gonna be that top. That's too much resistance up there. Yeah.
Right. And this is a weekly chart right here. So it looks like it wants to so yeah, it's clearer now on a weekly. So you had to pull back here of this candlestick into this area. It looks like we could get a push. When you come down to the daily and you look at the shorter time frames, we could get another push. We'll see. And I would not, in order for this thing to go from bearish, and y'all on the site should recognize this move. In order for this thing to go from bearish to bullish, it's got to take out some kind of high. So
Yeah, it got to take the
whether it's
top
this
out.
one or this one, it's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's going to do it before we start going south.
Mm.
So Monday would be a good, if whatever it does first is going to be important. If it makes this high first, then I think it's going to continue. It's going to
Oh,
challenge.
and
It's going to challenge this. I don't think we're gonna have a pullback in this until we get up to challenge these highs. To change the
oh
narrative.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Change the
yeah,
narrative.
yeah.
Okay? It's going to change the narrative that it's bullish.
Oh, and I already want to look at a SRNE.
Okay, hold that. Keep that symbol in mind. I want
Okay.
another beer. Then I'll be done with beer.
Okay.
Not drinking it, but talking about it. Okay. I ain't
Oh,
gonna tell that.
Linnell's in the chat. What's going on, Linnell? Forex expert.
He's in the he's on the panel.
He's
He's in
in
the
the chat.
chat.
I was just saying.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's
he's
up, brother?
saying what's
Right
up.
now. Let's see. Okay. Tap is most in golden cores. All right. All right. This thing got me. I got this thing about triple bottoms. I don't believe in them. All right. I like this hammer. If it stays above this right here, I could be for it. So this would be one. If I bought this on Monday, I'd have to put me a stop loss right. I'd buy it and put me a stop loss right there. It better go up because if it go down, if it go lower than say Friday, this would be Friday's close, and so this would be Thursday's close. So if it went lower than this, I want out. Yeah, but I like it. I like it. So yeah, that's the way I would play this. That again, this is one of those sin stocks. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
definitely making some higher highs. Okay, and it's looking like it wants to do it. So it
Okay.
came down, it made this low, went up, came down, made a higher low, went up. It didn't make a higher high with this move, but this low held. So it looks like we got a
Yeah.
nice floor right here. So yeah, I could be into this at 9:30. But yeah,
Mm.
so this sin stock play, you're gonna hear it on the news. If this thing makes a higher high, they're gonna become one of the most talked about sections because every veteran trader knows about the sin stock play. Okay.
Okay.
So money will just come into this. They got this stuff in books in the library. All right. So, so everybody knows this is well documented that, in crisis, alcohol, spirits, wine and spirits, those stocks go up. And so if this thing when it crosses this, they already got the articles half written. We're going to take the articles they wrote in 2007 and they're going to reword it a little bit, put current names in there. But it's the same story, So let me gotta see what happens when we get there. So I'm sorry, what was the other symbol? You still there? Uh-oh. They got him again. They got him again.
No, I'm back. I had to use the bathroom, man. I couldn't wait. Yeah. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you.
Yeah. He wanted to look at SRNE. That's a COVID. Well, the V one.
FRNE.
It's SR
Okay.
NE.
I think they ain't never gonna finish rejoining on that. I'm sorry. FRNE.
No, S is in Sam. R.
Ain't no match. Okay, let me try over here. Frontline. What do they do? Ask him what do they do? Kind of bit.
They're in the V space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not enough information. That's one. Well, no, that's as much. I thought this was a shorter time frame. This is monthly chart. Okay, I like the fact that we made this low, that we went higher than it. I like that. I like that this low held. So let me look closer into more recent. Go to a weekly. Yep, I'd be in it. I like this as an entry. I like this because it's making, the structure is right. It's making higher lows.
And I already is on fire today.
And we got this from way up here and 45, and this is like more than 50% off.
Okay.
Well, down here it is, but right here it's just under 50% off. So, and this is a weekly chart we're looking at. So yeah, I wouldn't mess around. Yeah, he's on fire.
Fuego. I feel like I'm on a Sports Center doing the highlights.
Yeah, it's not overboard yet. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to, in this space, you just have to, now here's the thing now. Now there's one thing about the chart. There's another, this is $25 or whatever. You have so many choices out there with Moderna and all of that.
Yeah.
All right. I like ETFs. I'm a technical trader. I'm not a fundamental trader. Now, fundamental analysis is pretty good if you're trying to differentiate stocks, individual stocks, one stock from another within an industry. That's the best use of fundamental analysis. It's good at that because if you're spending $25 on this individual stock, why this one in the virus space and not another? What makes this one worthy of your money and not another? That's where those those ratios, okay, price to earnings, price to growth rate, price to debt ratio, all that stuff. That's where all that stuff is useful, because otherwise, why this thing has no real volume, okay? There's nobody's really now just from the chart itself. Yeah, it looks good, but there's no real volume there. And so you can trade this hoping that volume comes. Now, if you've done research and you know that they have some type of product that you think that's going to revolutionize medicine in this space, then that's one thing, because you've done your due diligence on this particular company. But you got Moderna and other companies that already have volume, already got big money present. And it's increasing volume. And so why would this company get your money versus another? Well, my answer is, for me, my style is I skirt the whole issue and I just buy ETF so I don't have to do that work. But if you're going to buy individual stocks, individual companies, you got to do that work because you got to make that company earn. You can't invest in all of them unless you buy ETF. If you want to buy a single stock, you have to make that company earn your money.
Oh, I already wants to come on the panel.
Okay. Hold on. Let me send. My mind is going blank. Okay, here it is. Here's this thing. Okay. And while you doing that when he's coming on, I gotta check something real quick. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay.
Y'all kick it a little bit. Let's see. It ain't gonna take me long. Something I gotta see. Oh, okay. All right. I see my email. Person that sent the email. Yeah, I gotta call
Oh
somebody.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Back to what I was doing. I have to. We're not gonna be going too much longer. What's up, brother Iori?
Hey, bro. I just jumped on here because I think some people got confused. It's SRNE, as in Sam, not FRNE.
Okay. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
Yeah, it's SRNE. SRNE, not FRNE.
Okay.
SRNE. Yeah,
SRN.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I just wanted to jump in to clarify that because it's a completely different company.
SRNE.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
with it
yeah. I
like
thought that's.
Sorrento.
I thought that's. I thought that was the one. I guess. Yeah, because I couldn't really see the screen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
SRNE. Just
Okay.
letting
So
y'all know.
is this it on screen here?
Let me see. Is it a $4 stock?
It's 462.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that one. That's the one.
Yeah.
So what do
Yeah.
you know? What do you know about the what's their claim to fame?
I mean, they're the one that I told you about. I'll go ahead and retell the story. They're basically building um, something where it's God, it's hard to explain, but they're kind of in the vaccine play. But what they're doing is they're the company that's building an antigen for another COVID. I think it's COVID 3 or COVID 5 that mutates to COVID 19. So they found a way to get rid of that one so it doesn't mutate to COVID 19.
Oh, so it would be something online
You remember?
of a cure in the sense that they would be catching it early.
Yeah. You remember that now? I think I told you that a couple weeks ago. So
I think
that
you did.
yeah, they were a $2 stock at the time, and I was pissed off that they jumped from 2 to 7, and I didn't find it
Yeah.
until too late, if you remember. So
Yeah. Yeah. Same with me. I saw it do that pop, and I was like, oh
I
well.
I saw it go to the moon, and I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah, this thing has been
And I've been looking at it since then. So
it's been in this kind of funky kind of sideways.
I'm in watch mode on it. I ain't pulling no trigger
Yeah,
yet.
it doesn't like have a whole lot of this has been
The chart don't look too good.
for the last couple of weeks ain't no real volume there. So
Yeah.
I mean it doesn't look this one I would play on the I think I would play this one on the breakout. The reason is it's been kind of muddling around like this for in the same kind of range right here.
Sure.
This is going all the way back to 2016, beginning of the year. So we're talking about 4 years. 4 years. It's just been kind of, that's this business for 4 years sideways.
Yeah, it's a typical breakout play for me. So if I see it breaking out, I'll throw some money at it if I'm early in. That's it.
Yeah. Now it does look like it's in a trend here going higher. So I mean, if I was to get into this, I would have to like put a stop loss below like here or something, just to safety. But it even if it goes from here, because these are some pretty serious ranges. It's about like 450 now, 460 or 462.
Yo, dollar will.
It could break out in this run because the news was not topical in America, at least the way it is right now. Okay, and so we have a.
They said a couple of days ago, actually it was last Thursday, I think, that they're submitting their documentation to the FDA for fast track approval. So if y'all want to,
Yeah.
take that
But I
in
guess
for
what
at
I'm
that
saying
point.
is that even if this is not the move that breaks out, it could still get some money. It's still likely to come back up
Sure.
in the air, even if it doesn't make a higher high. So you could end up making 100% gain just coming back up to here,
Yeah.
which is not bad.
And that's what I'm looking at.
But to see, but the fact that this thing is in the range, I'd rather see the thing break out of the range.
It's got to get there first. It's got to get there first.
Right. That's why I said if I was to, an aggressive entry would be, of course, getting in around here with a real tight stop on the chance that this is the move.
Sure.
That breaks out. Now the thing about sideways price movements is the longer they go sideways, the more violent the breakout north is when they do.
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing has been going in this sideways pattern, like I said, for 4 years. So this thing can end up, here we can look up, it's at $20. In no time. It could do it in no time.
I can see it because they just prepaid their loan. It was 100 million and 20 million.
Oh, they got no more debt.
I don't know if they have anymore, but I know they prepaid the loan that they had. I think that came out Friday.
Yeah. Wow.
So they might be.
The aggressive play would be to get in and take that close that stop loss.
See, and they were on Kramer too. So like I'm seeing all these things as like pump signs. Because anytime these small deals just jump on Kramer and put out some BS, it's like they're getting the engines ready for some bullshit.
Right.
Hey, but Moderna started out like that too. It was like the regular price.
I know, same thing, bro. Same thing. Like after I talked to Dollar Will, I was like, yo, it don't matter what any of this shit looks like. If it makes money, I'll jump in and get out before the shit hits the iceberg.
That's right. The longer you hold it, the more the stability of the company matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, let me repeat myself. We're in a sector, first and foremost, that's hot. It's going to be hot for a minute. All right. Mm-hmm. So when technically, according to the trend, there's a time for us to buy on a downswing, a buy on a dip. Okay, to use language people are familiar with.
Sure.
Then you do that. The only issue with this one is it ain't really in a trend yet, but we know these have been popping off. We on these shows, on these weekend shows we've been doing, we've covered a whole lot of these pharmaceutical stocks that's covering the V, okay? Sure. And too many of them have popped to count. So why wouldn't this one? Okay? Yeah. And a lot of these companies are garbage, and it still doesn't matter. When you're in the hot sector, I mean the tide raises all boats. So again, the aggressive entry, would be let it get into a green candlestick going and buy into the strength, buy into the strength, and put stop loss at the low. This is all for entertainment purposes.
For sure.
Okay.
You need to start doing some shows, Ari, because I was kind of.
I don't know about all that, bro. I'm still on the back, but one day, pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was.
I mean, I only be working out with it now. I mean, a lot of y'all don't really know him yet in the group, but he's over there with us on the Patreon.
Yeah, I jumped in like 10 minutes after I jumped on that call with Dollar Will. I was like, yo, I gotta jump in here.
Yeah.
I didn't wait. Dollar Will can tell you that. I mean, Dollar Will can even tell you what I told him last week. So, you know,
Yeah.
as far as that's, I'll be in here for a while.
Oh,
That's all I'm
good.
gonna put out.
Yeah, I was drawing blanks, bro.
It's all good, bro. You know,
Let me see what we got going on.
we're all looking for ways to make money, man. As far
Oh
as
yeah,
that's,
definitely.
you
Let
know,
me.
the other thing I would say is look out for S triple Q on a market downturn
All
too.
right.
So
Okay, I'm gonna look at that. But first, I see you, Black Torch. I'm gonna put up Bud, and let's see, Maddie. Can you take a look and see if I'm forgetting anybody else's requests in the
Yeah.
in the
Let me
chat? But I'm going to check out
I'll
Bud.
take a look. I'll take a look. So y'all check out the chat. Yeah, it's just Bud right now. That's the only thing that's here.
Budweiser, not like weed Bud, not that, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
Budweiser, I believe, is actually the largest market cap beer stock. Okay, and just eyeballing it, that looks like a completed pullback. Okay, so we're talking about they want us to see on this page that they paying the dividend. Okay, I got it. It won't go away. Okay.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they pay
It's like
dividend.
$135, and it
Jesus
came
Christ.
down to $30. So yeah, this is
wow.
when we like it. This is when we like
Wow.
it. All right. And so again, this is cat. You can actually go to Google and type in "sin stocks," and you're gonna see articles about this. And I think they're ready now. And I like the fact this is called a washout. Blowout. When it gets to the bottom, you see that big volume. They just threw in the towel. The last holders of it, endured all this pain of losing. Then they just said, F it, I'm out. It's that big
Yeah.
spike. They don't know that, they were the last holders, the last holdouts. Now everybody that wanted to sell has sold, and it's time to go up. And they're gonna be like, damn, I should have held it. Yeah, you should have.
By the way,
Oh,
I want to thank all the Robinhood traders for creating all this volatility. Shout out to all the Robinhood traders who are going to get wiped out pretty soon.
yeah. Oh, somebody want to look at IDEX.
I'm sorry.
ID,
Yeah.
I,
IDEX.
I'm sorry, say it again. I what?
IDEX.
Oh, I like St. Ides.
Yeah. IDEX.
Okay, hold on for a second. I just want to look at this for a little bit. Yeah, this thing might come down and retest this a little bit. But this is the market cap leader. So you don't want to go too far away from Bud. This is, so all these all of the alcohol stocks, you want to go and follow them. If Matty, if your penny stocks, you need to look in this space and
Oh,
find.
I got one. I got one.
Oh, and it's in the beverage space. And
Yeah.
okay, what is it?
It's BRWL, I believe. B is in Bob, and then R is in Rose, and WL.
Brewing Dolphin. I think I've seen that beer.
Dang, that was a nice drop. Holy
It's
crap.
a vicious recovery. I think.
That's a juicy short for whoever hit
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this thing needs a pullback. But on the good news, I think the decline is over. Okay, it came from up here at $395, and it fell all the way to 134, and we're likely to get a kind of pullback. We could probably end up in this area, but I'll give you some more specific stuff on Patreon, and this ain't going to get where it's going in the next week. Okay, so next week was probably still, it's not likely. You put it that way. It's likely going to be put back for a minute. So we're gonna
that's the wrong one. I gotta look and see if I can find it.
Okay, this is a beverage, and I know it's not what you were talking about, but it's making the point that space, I believe that whole space is bottom. They're all ready to go. They either have already put their bottom in and they're retesting it, but this is one of those spaces where when the major indexes start to fall, stocks like this is a nasty sell. This is a bearish engulfing candlestick. This is pretty nasty. But I believe this low is going to hold. Okay. But man, this camp knows technical analysis. They knew this was time to get out, and this thing definitely hit resistance, and they needed to jump to bail. But it's gonna have a nice little haircut because this price right here, it got up to $300. Okay. And so it's likely going to come back down to 170 or something, 100 under 200. And then finish this runoff. It needed it. So this was the problem. This was December of last year, and I knew that the beverages were like one of those places where people run, and I'm like, those stocks needed a haircut. Well, it got it. It got it. So
I can't freaking find it now. I have to find it sometime later on today.
We'll save this for the next week. And this is the triple Qs. This is a short of the net. It's a leverage play. It shorts the NASDAQ. And let me go down to a weekly. It's looking good there. Let me go to a daily. Okay. Let me go to a 5 hour. I think what we're looking at on this is what I was saying before. Remember when I said that in the beginning of the week or something, during the beginning of the week, the market should have a rise, a little rise. And so this one falls.
Yeah.
When the NASDAQ rises. I'm trying to keep my mind straight on it. So that means that the market should rise in the beginning of the week, and this one should give some money back, give a little bit of money back. And it'll be towards the end of the week, somewhere between Wednesday, Thursday, this will be right. And it's affordable, we can end up back down here, $8 or something. And this high this is 32. So in February, it was around $16. So when the market made that initial drop, this went from $16 to 32. So you doubled your money. Yeah. And now you could get it likely from 8. So it'll be interesting. Remember, the NASDAQ made a higher high. It made a new all-time high. And so in doing so, it caused this symbol to make a new low.
Yeah. Yep.
So the move will be to see, I believe that this thing is going to eclipse this high. It's going to make a higher high. I believe that's going to happen.
Wow. Think it's going? You think it's going to get that good for us?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think this is it. I don't think this is. I think this is it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a reversal of a trend that's been running since the early 1930s.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a lot to turn the ship around. So a lot of people been holding these stock positions for a long time, and they have to press the sell button. They don't even know how to do it.
And I'm feeling like the Robin Hood traders are going to be the first ones to hit the exit button, man.
Yeah, I think all traders that don't know or are not trying to know technical analysis, I think they're all going to suffer. I'm not going to pick on the Robin Hood. I think some institutional folks and some folks on TV wearing
Sure.
suits and stuff, they're going to get destroyed and with everybody watching. Okay,
Sure.
Because their story of how the market doesn't work the way that they think it does, and they're getting ready to learn it the hard way. Doesn't matter. It's sitting there waiting on earnings reports and all that stuff. It just doesn't matter.
See, it's weird because it's almost like you've got to kind of understand what they're saying without understanding what they're saying. I heard Jim Cramer say on Friday that he hopes that this market goes sideways. Now, Jim Cramer is never the guy that says he hopes for anything but the market to go up. So if he's telling you that he hopes the market's going sideways, I'm taking the opposite of that. And basically what he's saying is he's trying to hope that the market doesn't fall apart. He can't say that on TV because he doesn't get paid to be a short on TV. He gets paid to be a long. So even if he's going to basically saying he's hoping that this market basically goes sideways, I take it that he's saying the market's going to go down, but I can't say that. It's just,
well, you know what, he has said that. I'll give him. I'll come to his defense a little. I've been watching him for a long decades. I've been watching this guy, and he used to hate technical analysis. He used to call it hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo, and all that.
Yeah.
And then
What?
he used to do that. And he took a beating.
He took a beating when Wamu went to hell, and he recommended it 2 days before.
In that 2007 crash, he took a beating, and he had his come to Jesus moment, and he realized the only people who really was making sense were the technical people. Yeah. And so since then he incorporated having technical analysts come on the show, and over the years he has become a pretty good, better than average chart reader himself. He's pretty good. Sure. And every Tuesday on his show he has a segment called From the Charts, and he's very objective. He also has this this S&P oscillator that he uses from time to time. He doesn't show it because it's like a subscription thing you got to pay for, but it's a technical analysis tool, and he has changed his positions that he has for fundamental reasons based on a very strong technical signal that's been proven to work. So the way to get the objective, to really understand his view, you have to watch him across like the whole week, because he's fundamental gem, like you're saying. Yeah, bullish, buy. But on that Tuesday, when he brings up that chart, he is. I respect the fact that when the technicals don't affirm his point of view, he says it.
Yeah, he does.
And he'll say it again.
Oh, I said I was on a show one time on the lightning round.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I called. It was a Chinese fertilizer stock. I think it was like 2009. They had done well, and he was like, sell. He was right. He was right too.
Oh yeah. Well, now that I'm gonna do a whole show about SHIT because that's gonna be my favorite sector. Because that sector has been in decline since like 2009, and they're coming back in style because this whole agriculture space is where money's going to roll to, and you need fertilizer to make all the food we grow, that we eat. It's got SHIT on it. Sure. Okay, and so that and seeds are those are the big money plays, and so I'm gonna have to do a whole show of fertilizer and seeds. But these are the new things that where people need to start looking. But everybody got tech on the brain. They have to forget about FANG and NASDAQ, all that stuff. Just get that out of your mind for next year or two. It's going to be about these food stocks. These agriculture, this fertilizer. We got companies with the meat. Is some of these companies are talking about meat contamination. They're throwing the meat out, okay, and so that's causing food inflation on meat. All right, so we got wheat and some of the stuff that you feed the cow, the pigs and cows. That's at like historic lows. Okay, they've been trending low for a decade, and they looking like they hitting the bottom. So if the food you feed the pig and the cow starts to increase, then that cuts into the profit you make when you sell the beef and pork. Okay, so at some point, it's all gonna rise, the pig, the cow, and the feed. But at some point, the feed is gonna get to be so expensive that you can't make no money selling off the cow. I remember back in that decline from 2007 to 2009, the animal rights people got upset because they start like basically killing the cattle before bringing them to market because they couldn't afford to feed them.
Yeah.
Because nitrogen-based fertilizer had gone through the roof, and the feed that you use that you give the pigs and the cow that had gone up so much that by the time they paid for the fertilizer to grow the feed and then to get the seeds and everything, it's just the whole complex had gotten so expensive that when they projected what it would cost to what they would make by fattening up that cow, that they would lose money. So they just start killing the animals because they said we can't raise this thing to maturity. We will go bankrupt. And so then the animal rights people got all into. We can repeat that whole cycle. But in the short term, it's all gonna rise. So y'all gonna get one heck of an economic education watching this relationship between the fertilizer, the seed, the feed, and the cattle. And then the product showing up on the store shelf, then the profit going to the grocery store itself. It's like a big chain, and you can play all of it. It's like you will come to love that space as much as a tech stock, because that space, those stocks are going to rise like tech stocks.
That would also mean that the futures are going to rise
absolutely
as a part of that, right?
You're absolutely right. And so the play is going to be to go and trade
commodity futures,
like that movie Eddie Murphy, pork belly, all that kind of stuff. The boring stuff like that. That's where it's going to be. That's going to be the number one action. For everybody that's like the preppers out there. You better get your seeds. You better start stocking up on your seeds.
By the way, guys,
we'll talk about Monsanto in a minute because they own every damn thing.
Sure.
Like all the stuff. Go ahead.
By the way, one thing I'm looking forward to on a fundamental thing that's going to drive certain technicals are the jobs reports coming out on Thursday. So that's something just to keep an eye out on. So
I hear you, but I just watch the price of the stuff.
Sure.
It may. I mean, there are people that are influenced by that, so no doubt it's going to have an effect.
Yeah,
if it doesn't look good, it's going to be a reason for them to sell. But I'm saying stuff is going to be falling towards the end of the week anyway. That's going to make them sell. But on this S triple Qs, also notice the increased volume. So even as this thing was falling, if you just look at it over time, this is again February the 2nd. So the closer we got to here, it has sustained interest. Okay, so even when the market quote unquote recovered and this thing started falling, all eyes have been on this. So big money knows that it's going to be an opportunity here, and so you're seeing big green volumes as well as red. So it's just been sustained interest in this area. So as this thing started rising, these leveraged ETFs which short the market. These are going to be simple, easy plays, and there's a lot of volume over here, so you can move big money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's quote unquote safety in there. It's safe in that you'll be able to get your trades executed, but it's going to be volatile. It's going to move up and down at an incredible rate.
In extremes.
So you're going to move like Bitcoins, okay?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of Bitcoins.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But I'm gonna wrap it up, and you guys get your final words in. Then
Oh well, my streak is still alive, even though I didn't have any picks this time that had don't have the momentum. I already helped us out with that.
It's all good, man. I'm just looking for stuff just like you guys.
Well, I already thank you, brother. You came through with some good suggestions today. I think we have unanimous agreement that what was the Cron, that's the one we definitely need to be watching, and the marijuana and alcohol.
Index.
I think that's So we got the pharmaceuticals, okay, and the marijuana and the alcohol space. That's what we're watching. Watching.
Sounds good, fellas. Appreciate it, like always.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm happy. Got
No
something to look forward to.
I'm just happy that I was able to contribute because Dollar Will helps us out so much. So anything that any of us can do to add to the conversation is helpful to everybody.
I got in the chat. I'm gonna do those real quick. Okay, we got ADM on Archer Daniels, Midland, Monsanto, and IDEX. Did I ever pull up IDEX?
I don't think
we started. No, you didn't. You did. I don't think you did.
What is Ideanomics? What is it? It's a NASDAQ stock, so I'm kind of already against it. But I'm allergic to NASDAQ. Right? Is it a tech stock?
Let me look. I think it is.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like, I don't even want the risk associated with messing with a tech stock. Because I think money's going to rotate out of that space big time.
I get it.
It's like I think the food space is going to be like just throwing darts at stocks. Even the dog companies are going to make money. And we need to look at pet stores too, okay? Literally dog companies, all right?
It's like ACB, bro.
I mean, everybody's going to look smart just buying the food stock.
Yeah.
It's going to make you look like a genius. Oh, he's just so smart. No, you pick the right sector and you'll look smart. But when one sector starts going out of fashion, you
they're in the EV space. They do like I think they're trying to facilitate some EV development with buses.
Okay.
I don't understand that. Let me see. IBEX.
I'm just reading some headlines that they got.
IBEX.
Yeah, they're in China too.
What the heck?
They have jointly developed a new energy bus plan to help facilitate the sale of 2,000 EV buses.
IBEX. Okay. I'm typing the wrong thing.
Then adoption of commercial electric vehicles and developing the next generation of financial services and fintech products.
Yeah, that's two reasons I don't want to deal with it. Okay.
I finally decided to read their
automobiles. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now this one says it's cable. It's in this industry with cable and other paid television services. Operates a financial technology company. Provides a blockchain platform and closed trade ecosystem for digital assets, securitization, tokenization, and commodities trading. Nope, I wouldn't touch it. I would not mess with nothing. They can put the word blockchain in there all they want. I'm not going for it.
That shit sounds like a word salad to me.
Now, it might be a good, it might have a great product. I want to be very clear here. The great companies, their stocks go down too, just because it's the wrong time in the economy. That their industry that they're in, the sector that they're in, ain't getting no love. It doesn't mean that it's a BS company. So if you like the company, you think they have a unique product, you put them on the watch list, and you wait until that sector comes back in style. I mean, again, these are just my opinions. So talk to your financial advisor and get the guidance you need. But hey, I'll come back next week or week after if I'm wrong. Say hey, you get the pie in the face, dollar on this one. And I'll accept it. But it's just a risk that I don't want to deal with. You say financial services. That's the first thing they say. Operates as it's a financial technology, not financial service. Okay, financial technology company in blockchain. Well, in an environment where the dollar is about to show the world that gold is not the reserve currency, or it's not the safe haven, but the U.S. dollar is the safe haven. Blockchain don't mean nothing to me right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about the dollar. Okay, so but save it and get back to it. Archer Daniels Midland. This is one of these things that own every damn thing in the world. All right. Procures, transport, stores, processes, and merchandises, agriculture, commodities. Okay, so let's slow down. They procure, they transport it, they store it, they process it, and merchandise it. So everything they get into the store, okay. They in all levels of this daggone consumer staple space. Anything related to commodities. Okay, so this is now I'm turned on. This got my attention, right? And I know they're a super large cap company, all right. So I know you're gonna have institutional involvement, all right. They in 3 business sectors. Oil seeds, all right. That's foundation. You talking about seeds, all right. So I guess they get the seeds and then process it to make the oil out of it, all right. So avocado oil, all that stuff, all right. Sure. Corn processing, agricultural service. This is the hot word. This word is hotter than blockchain. This is the word, agriculture.
Agriculture.
For the next year or two, this is the sexiest word when it has to do with money. Agriculture. SHIT and seeds. This is it. The company processes oil seeds, corn, wheat. I told you wheat is like that chart is off the hook. It's been beaten down. Cocoa and other agricultural commodities. It manufactures protein meal, vegetable oil, corn sweeteners, flour, biodiesel. Good Lord.
Dang, they in everything.
Corn, I guess that would be what the corn as the biodiesel, ethanol ethanol, right? And other value-added food and feed ingredients. ADM companies headquartered in Decatur, made in America. Made in America.
There we go.
So we like that. So with all this like pushback on China, oh come on, that's gonna be more money for ADM. Okay. The
chart looks okay.
Pull back enough. That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking on a monthly chart. They look like they got room to run. Let me go. It's not lower. Just sideways. You got room to run.
I like that. I like that MACD or whatever that is underneath.
Oh, this is the stochastic. So
yeah, that looks good too.
Looks good. Let me look at the quarterly. Just go way out. Looks good. And I think that this I think it's got another push clearly. So let me go down to a weekly. It's looking good like it should at this point in time. All right. So this run is not over. All right. So this looks like, yeah, we're gonna take this out. It's not. I don't think it's gonna have any kind of pullback below where this is right here. Now this is a weekly chart. It's gonna take this out and make a higher high right here. At least take this out and challenge this. So I think we definitely going to get above this before we get a minor pullback. But I don't see nothing stopping this thing from eventually taking this out. Because once it takes this high out, everybody will know we're still looking at a bullish trend. And so the value is getting it like now. Okay, we missed it. We missed it, down in here. And I don't think we're going to get a chance to get it any cheaper. So this would be one that I would be inclined to press the button on Monday.
ADM?
Yeah. I don't think we're going below this. I mean, it looks like it wants to come back some more, but I don't think it's going. I don't think it's going below this. But we talk about the difference between 40 and 35. I mean, the big picture, that's nothing. So it could come down a little, but I don't think it's going below this. I could get more specific, if I was on the Patreon, I would go in a little deeper and give a more precise, thing. But in the whole, like, what happens is when the price starts moving like real fast and stuff, some of you got to go to the shorter time frames because they're more responsive. So that's why you see me jumping around the different time frames. So this is a 4 hour here. And yeah, this lowest looks like it's definitely gonna hold. So if I wouldn't be pressing the button at 9:30, okay, maybe noon. Okay, it wouldn't be long, But yeah, this thing is ready because this low might hold. So I like this. It's a big company. Money is gonna come here just because this is the 2 hour chart. Money's going to come here just because big money, they're going to hate the NASDAQ too.
Sure.
They made great profit in NASDAQ. The goal is to keep it. Don't get the money back.
Sure.
And the way not to get the money back is to sell and walk away. And you saw them do that on Thursday and Friday in big numbers.
Sure.
So the people who are going to be buying on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are not going to be like institutional buyers, like people that run your mutual fund and your retirement accounts and things like that. People that know better, they're not going to be buying on next week. The people that will be buying next week are the hodlers, okay? The buy on the dip crowd, the people that don't know technical analysis. They're going to go, it's cheap.
Sure.
Buy because it's cheap. That kind of thinking. Those are they're gonna be slaughtered. Okay,
sure.
But they're gonna own the market for the next few days. And the institutional money is gonna let them buy it up, and then they're gonna sell the other shares that they have.
Yeah, they're gonna bring it right down.
They're gonna burn it right down. That's exactly.
They're gonna bring it right down.
I'll bring it right down.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I like this. I like this. The other one was Monsanto.
Monsanto was the last one.
Seed company. Come on, where is? It's not showing me.
Yeah, for all you guys that are kind of looking at this game and understanding that it's good game, man. For less than a large pizza, y'all can really jump in and figure out what the real shit is.
Well, let me say this: when you're on MON, no, this is it. It's not Monsanto. It's no, it can't be. This is a foreign company. Ask the person who wrote MON. What is the company? Because
okay, hold on.
Yeah, ask them in the chat who. I think it was it Black Torch? I think that's who it was.
I'll tell you in a second. It was, yeah, it was Black Torch.
So give me, Kim, tell me some more about the name of the company or something as you look it up, because this is a foreign company, and what the heck is that? Where's Monsanto? Is there still a Monsanto? Do they merge with somebody else?
No, it should still be there. I mean, Monsanto should still be there. Unless Monsanto merged with Dow Chemical. I'll check for you, bro. One second. Just give me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up too.
Monsanto stock.
Monsanto was an American agrochemical
Yeah, they
biotechnology corporation founded in 1901. In 2018, it was acquired.
It's Bayer. It's Bayer. I mean, Bayer owns Monsanto now. By the way, bro.
I got it. I just want to finish reading this. It was acquired by Bayer as part of its crop science division. Okay, so Bayer is not just, so this is Bayer as in the aspirin people?
Yes. German company.
So they're in the crop science division. Okay. Bayer. Monsanto. Wow. Okay. Okay, you see here, they had to get out because their name had become so tarnished because they were associated with GMO. Two things: GMO and basically suing. They were suing people for trying to, like, you would save the seed out of the fruit so that you wouldn't have to buy seeds, and Monsanto would sue you.
Yeah.
Okay. So they were, like, doing crazy stuff to when farmers would try to create their own seeds and stuff. So Monsanto would sue them. So yeah, they just were bad news. Okay. So, nope. I want a U.S. Bayer. What the heck is? Okay. Gotta find Bayer. Gotta find. Let's see where they are. So now I need to see who the seed king is now. Yeah.
Let me go in and see whether there's any more.
Here's the question: is Bayer a publicly traded company?
1 second.
I'm looking on another browser. Okay, Monsanto.
Yeah, it was Monsanto.
Hold on. Monsanto also owned lawn crack. I called it Roundup. Oh, Roundup. If you read the daggone label of Roundup, it'll scare the hell out of you. That damn thing has been associated with so much cancer and stuff. It's crazy.
And that's why Monsanto had to sell out to Bayer because the bad press just got to a point where they didn't want to deal with it.
Right. I'm sorry. So what were you saying about Bayer?
No, what I was saying was that Bayer bought Monsanto because you were looking for Monsanto, but when I did some research, Bayer bought them. So I guess Bayer would be the people that you could look at as part of that if you still want a play on Monsanto.
I think it's BAYN.
I'll check for you.
It's not. It doesn't look like it's traded in America.
I think it is. Bayer stock. It is. I'll tell you in a second. Yeah, it actually does trade it just trades it as an OTC. So you can buy it. It's just an over the counter international stock. So it still works the same.
I don't. Okay, maybe this is it. No.
It's
Maybe I knew it.
it's BAYRY.
And I guess that's it then.
BAYRY. Bayer. That's it.
Okay.
It's $18.
I would need to see this get a pullback. It's likely to survive it, but I would put this on the watch list. I needed to prove to me that this is the bottom. I would wait a little bit, but bigger. It looks like it is though. But in the short term, I still think we're going to get. Even if it comes up to here, I still think we're going to get a pullback, and I would rather wait for that. So you gotta figure out if you want the politics of owning this particular company.
Sure.
It's like, I'll buy sin stocks, but I still got my problems with them owning so much of the seeds and stuff.
Sure. Sure, I get that.
So it's still, even it could come up here. We could get a pullback and maybe get it at $15, and this is 38. And this thing has been running a minute. It looks like it wants to still go. I think it's going to pass the test, but we might need, say, later in the week when this thing starts to pull back, and that's when it's likely going to burn off what it needs to burn off. So maybe end of this week, early next week, this might be one. Now this is, again, they're over the counter. So I want to see what publicly traded stock is in that space. Who's the market cap leader in the seed space? Now, if there's no Monsanto per se. I mean, they're over the counter for a reason, so I need one that's traded on a main exchange.
Yeah.
So we got anything else in the chat?
I think. Let me just double check. I think we're good. Yeah, I think that's it.
So Chris F. Yeah, we talked about cannabis and weed stocks. Yeah. No, our opinion from this show today is that those things are good to go now.
Yeah.
We like them if not Monday, sometime this week. So this week is about the cannabis and weed space, because those that most of them have put in have held for a while, so they ready to run. They ready to run. So all of you guys are gonna Google sin stocks. Okay, there's such a category, and you're gonna see what they talk about. They're gonna talk about alcohol and condoms and cigarettes. So
sin stocks is an SIN. So.
As in biblical sin. That's it. Sin stocks. All right. All of the stuff that's not politically correct. All right. And that's a category. And guns, so you got anti-gun people, all the stuff that the so quote unquote socially conscious, people would object to. It's a whole category of those stocks, and those stocks do very well in times like this. So sin stocks, you will find many articles about them. It's not a new concept. I told you there's a playbook that's known to traders, about what the psychology is of people when the economy slows down. Oh, and one day we're gonna have to get into the hair care products, the health and beauty aids, because women getting their hair fixed and men cutting their hair and that kind of thing. That's like a cheap satisfaction, to make yourself look good, and it doesn't cost that much. And so money rotates to those things, your Revlons and I don't even know who all are in that space right now. But over the next, couple of months, we're gonna get in all that. We're gonna know who makes soap and everything. All right. Somebody gonna put weed in soap. All right. I'm
Oh
sure
God, yeah.
they do it. They're gonna put weed in everything, man. And so we're gonna we're gonna be there to see if there's a way to make some money at it. But
There we go.
thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you, Matty. Thank you, Ori, for joining.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, I saw this in my YouTube feed, so that's why. Usually I miss them all and I get pissed off, but I'm glad I was able to jump in here and be a part of this.
Oh no, you haven't missed much because I don't think I did anything since last week.
Okay.
But you see, I'm very busy on the Patreon site. Now, y'all don't hear from me on YouTube, but the people on Patreon, they get something from me just about every day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I know they're not keeping up with this stuff because it's flowing. It's flowing.
For sure. I check the Patreon too. It's just half of the time I miss a lot of stuff, so yeah. I'll figure that out in time. No big deal.
Chris F said CDB soap. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'm gonna sign off. Peace.
See ya.